Welcome back to Fishing with Captain Sharky. Today I'm here with Lieutenant Steve Zukowski. I would like to ask you a few questions if you wouldn't mind, Steve.
Sure.
Some of my charter guests, they're always asking me questions, stuff like if we're fishing on the beach and we're using casting rods and surf casting rods, do we need a fishing license?
Yes, you do. 2 years ago, the state implemented a shoreline fishing license for fishing from saltwater from land. It is a no-cost license, but people who are required to have it need to go get it. You can get it at tax collector's office, for example, or you can get it online also. You have to have it in your possession. Again, it's no cost, but you do need that license, and that allows you to fish from the shoreline and saltwater.
One license that I fish the ocean is good for freshwater too?
No, it isn't. And let me just clarify something on a shoreline license. A shoreline license allows you to fish from shore and saltwater. Then we have the standard saltwater fishing license, which allows you to fish from a boat or shore in saltwater.
I see.
And then we have a freshwater fishing license. Now, the freshwater fishing license allows you to fish from shore or from a boat in freshwater.
Other thing, I noticed that a lot of times you gentlemen, your officers will have a boat pulled over, maybe doing an inspection or maybe checking them for safety stuff, and people come by you flying and leaving large wakes. Does that seem to be a problem that you guys run into quite a bit?
It is occasionally. Just like if you're on driving on land and you see a emergency public safety vehicle with emergency lights deployed or activated, you should slow down or move into the other lane. On a boat, when you see a law enforcement vessel with blue lights activated inspecting a boat, please come down to idle speed if you're passing in close vicinity, because you're responsible for your wake. And if you create a wake and that wake causes the law enforcement boat and the other boat that's being inspected to collide and there's damage, you're involved in a boating accident now. So we recommend that anytime you are near any boats that are rafted off together in your close vicinity of them, come down off your plane and go by them at idle speed.
I'd like to ask you about the redfish, the species of the redfish. It's a very popular fish in this area. I personally chase it myself with the customers. Do you see anytime soon the laws changing? Have you heard of anything changing on the laws as far as the redfish?
No, nothing definitive. We take comments all the time on our website. Again, you can place comments and they'll get routed to the proper biologists who study the fish. But nothing at this time. No, it's still one redfish per person per day, 18 to 27 inches.
I understand.
And another publication we pass out are the Recreational Fishing Guide here, and this has all your size and bag limits in it. Again, ask an officer for this when you see them, and it'll have information on licensing in here.
This is wonderful.
It'll have information on your bag and size limits in here also. So if there are any changes to any of the species of fish, our website is basically very quick to post those.
Okay.
The publications only come out twice a year,
right.
January and July. So always check our website for the latest, and if you see an officer out there, don't hesitate to ask for these publications.
I noticed that in the where you get your licensings and stuff, that they give these away also at the courthouse.
Yes.
It's another place that my viewers can get these at.
Yes.
Right?
Your fishing license fees, that money goes to basically these publications, producing these publications.
I understand.
So your fishing money goes back into fishing activities for you.
Right. As you see, even Captain Sharky carries his fishing license at all times. If you're on the water and you're fishing, you need to have it with you. Remember that. Another thing I'd like to talk about with Lieutenant Zukowski is the drinking. I imagine that becomes a problem sometimes on the water with boaters.
On the water, it's the same standard as it is if you're on land. 0.08 or above is considered intoxicated or impaired. I should say impaired. And what we recommend is if you're going to go out and boat and basically indulge in alcoholic beverages, have a designated driver just like you would in a car.
I see.
There is no open container law on a boat.
Okay. And
the operator even could have a beer or two, but our recommendation from our agency is have a designated driver if you're going to go out and indulge in alcoholic beverages.
Absolutely. And I agree with that 100%, and I think everybody out there should abide by these laws. And let's be safe and let's have fun on the water. Let's get out there and catch some fish and enjoy ourselves. St. Johns County is one of the most beautiful places there is to have a boating experience.